Hi everyone, welcome to Light Fragments Oracle. This is your weekly pick-a-pile reading. So there will be 3 piles with 3 cards in each pile for a past, present, and a future. I'm going to hold up each pile so that you can get a glimpse of the piles. And I'm going to ask you to stop your video at each pile and then decide which pile resonates with you to choose from for this weekly reading. So I'm going to use this cardboard to hold the 3 cards that I picked, so I cannot see the cards prior to the reading. So the first pile is this deck. The second pile is this deck. And the third pile is this deck. Once again, pause the video, stare at the deck, see how you feel with each deck, and then make your choice. Okay? So let's begin with the readings. Pile number 1, your 3 cards. The first card is dietary change. So what this card means is that you have either chosen, since it's in the past position to the present, to make some significant changes in your life as far as foods go or lifestyle changes for health. It doesn't necessarily mean food. It can mean quit smoking. It can mean adding a little bit of exercise, drinking more water, balancing your fruits and your vegetables and your protein, eliminating carbs. It could mean any one of those things. It could mean giving up alcohol and marijuana. So this dietary change, I feel, was necessary, pile number 1, because you had some health issues or ways that you were feeling that were dragging you way down. And so you decided, this is it. I'm making a choice this past year in 2022 to make some changes with how I eat, getting rid of the junk food. I'm not drinking alcohol. Maybe I'll have a glass of wine on the weekends. I'm not going to smoke anymore because, smoking and drinking, they tend to go hand in hand. Or perhaps you just decided that, you're a carb addict. A lot of us are. And that you just want to give up or lessen your carb intake to reduce inflammation in your body so that you can lead a more productive life and not feel so dragged down, logy, and tired and achy. Because carbohydrates really do inflame the joints. And if you don't have to eliminate them totally, but if you cut them down significantly, you will see a big difference. So my guess is there is a reason for this dietary change. You could have Crohn's disease. You could have a medical reason for doing this. So let's see what the next card has to say. a business venture. So your reason for making these dietary changes or lifestyle changes, what have you, involves your career. Now, let's just take a scenario here. Say you would go out with, your friends after work and you'd have a few drinks and you notice that this became a pattern. Not only that, it was expensive. And that hit you in your wallet as well as in the way that you were feeling. And you just, one cocktail was okay, but, staying for 2-3 hours and having more than one drink, that was becoming a habit for you. Perhaps you really smoked a lot of cigarettes at the same time. So your health was being compromised and you just didn't feel like you were going anywhere in your career opportunities. And part of that was the way you felt. So you wanted to become a more productive person in your career, and that was one of the reasons why you made this decision. Now, this business venture means that somebody's going to notice, if they haven't already, because this is the present moment card, that you have made some changes, that you're stepping up your game. So you are either going to get a raise or be presented with a new career opportunity within the job that you have, or you are looking for a new job that has a different career opportunity for you, or perhaps the same one but with a different company. It also can mean self-employment. Maybe you want to start your own business, or you have already. And this card shows up when, so these little elves, they're dumping all their gold here. So this means that whatever this is going to be very prosperous for you. So it was a really good idea that you made these changes, because you are stepping up your game. You are going to be more successful, and you're going to be happier. You're going to be happier. That's what this card means. And the third card has to do with the love life. Now, if I go back to the first card and everything that my intuition was telling me about has an effect on your love life. Maybe you could see that some things were going downhill as a result of these choices that you were making. Perhaps your partner was trying to tell you that whatever you were doing was affecting your relationship. That's one aspect of this card. Another aspect of this card is because you are where you are right now, your partner has become more serious and they are looking for a commitment, and in the future you will be ready to make that commitment. You will be financially ready. You will be healthy and ready. You will have your priorities straight. So proposing marriage is on the table. Another scenario could be that the questions that you have that involve your relationship or your love life will come to fruition. You will get the answers that you've been searching for, and it is going to change for the better. Okay, pile number 1, that is your reading. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I wish you well and blessings. Okay, pile number 2. Pile number 2. This is your first card. It is your past card, and it is called Surface. I love these kind of cards because there's not a lot of wording on them so that I can really go into detail about what my intuition is telling me. So, being the fact that this is the past card, it has, and there is a partnership here. So, we're dealing with a couple, a partnership. And the word is surface. What this means is stop taking everything, particularly in your relationship, at face value. There is something deeper than the surface. Okay? Pleasantries are nice. Small talk is nice. Perhaps, one of you says things you really don't mean. That's on the surface. But what is going on is deeper than this. It's deeper. It's like if you look at a glass of water, it's clear. It's clear. It's small. It's compact. You can see through it. But if you look at a body of water like the ocean, it can look like a blue-green. So you see that color. You see what's beneath is shining through, giving it that beautiful blue-green color. Seeing on the surface doesn't have a lot of depth to it. And each one of you has depth. The question here is which one of you wants to be the first to initiate that depth. And if the relationship is just a surface relationship and you are looking for depth, this relationship is not for you. This is the past card moving into the present. So you might want to look deeper into this person. In other words, there's something else going on. So you do need to spend more time with this person to figure that out. So you might not want to throw it away just yet, too. So there's a couple of options here in this particular card. Okay, so the second card is stretch. Okay. This card has nothing to do with stretching your body. It has to do with stretching your mind, stretching your abilities, stretching your outlook, stretching the way you think. It goes right back to not everything that we can see is on the surface. You've got to go deeper. Are you willing to stretch beyond the surface? Are you willing to go that extra mile? Are you willing to stretch yourself and learn new things and become a new person? And crawl out of that dark place that you've been in. Okay? It takes a bit of stretching to do that. It takes a bit of work. And that's what this card means. And if you look at this beautiful piece of artwork here, this woman has roots. So she's stretching her roots out, her tentacles outward. She's not staying, in one spot. She's expanding her horizons. And in a relationship scenario, remember I mentioned if this is a surface kind of relationship and you want more depth, this relationship is not meant for you. Perhaps it's you. Perhaps you need to expand your horizons. Perhaps you're the one that needs to step out of this and stretch. Okay, you can just table the relationship for now Maybe you're the one that needs a little bit more freedom. And I'm hoping and praying that it's not a committed relationship. But if it is, it needs to be voiced. Look, I need space. I need more freedom. I'm not calling an end to this, but I need to be able to expand my horizons. I need to go back to school. I need to get a new job. I need. That needs to be communicated. And then the third card is perspective. What an awesome card for this reading. Now, our perspectives hinge on our emotional baggage. And if we need to stretch and grow and mature, we can come back with a different perspective. Perhaps nothing in the relationship needs to change. Perhaps it's you. Perhaps you need to change your perspective. So instead of putting the emphasis on the other person, everything starts with me. Everything starts with you. Okay? This is the future card. So my guess, my intuition, my guess, whatever, let's just say I'm pretty sure, is this card, which led to this card, is going to circle you around and put you in perspective. And the way that you hold this perspective is totally up to you. It can go either way. There's no right or wrong here because it's your perspective. But you're also being protected. And I want you to see this female here. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. So my intuition is telling me that you are going to come around full circle, and you're going to see that since you made that stretch, you made that decision to step out of your comfort zone, to, mature, to grow, it's going to have a huge effect on your relationship. And there is going to be a birth. It could mean an actual baby. It could mean the birth of a new life for you. Thank you, pile number 2. That was your reading. Blessings to you. Okay, pile number 3. So this card says create a vision board. Vision boards are interesting. If you don't find yourself particularly creative, what you can do, get a piece of white cardboard or get a piece of paper or get a notebook and just start writing words at different angles for vision. Let me just create one for you, a visual vision board. Try to picture this. I made a vision board, but I cut out of magazines and I glued it onto a board and I look at it from time to time. Say you'd like a log home. or a new home. Write that down, log home. If you want to put a picture there, you can. If you want to draw it, you can. Say you would like a new career opportunity. Write that down. Be specific. What is the career you're looking to get into? You want to be a nurse? Would you like to work with animals? Be specific. Put a little animal there. Put, anything that has to do with a nurse there. If you have aspirations, you can write, things that matter to you. Family. You want to spend more time with family. Spend more time with your children. This is creating a vision board. It's an actual visual that you can look at. Sometimes I tape them on my kitchen cabinet doors so that when I'm in the kitchen, I can glance at it. And when you glance at it, you can choose how you want to create that vision. You can offer a prayer. I see that log home in the future. Thank you so much. That log home is coming to me. Thank you so much. I am grateful. I am grateful for what I have now, but I know I will be grateful for what is coming to me. Creating a vision board puts your mind in focus because the mind is very powerful. And thoughts do become things. The more you focus on something, it seems like the more it gravitates to you. So the goal is to eliminate the negative thoughts. You're going to have them. Everybody does. But to try to, not force them out, because the more you try to force them out, the more they're going to be there. So by focusing on the vision board, the other ones will just fade away. This is the past card in moving into the present moment. So you've had a vision, essentially. And we want to know, is your vision going to come to fruition? So let's pick the second card. Well. This card is time management. If you have a vision and you would like your vision to come to fruition, this involves some time management on your part. You might need to spend less time on things that maybe give you joy but are not productive, and more time on things that are productive. So you can, you can also include this on your vision board, a time management schedule where you donate certain amounts of time to the things that you like to do while focusing on the other things that are going to get you to your vision coming to fruition. So it's all about prioritizing. It's all about prioritizing those things that mean the most to you. And you need to put them on your vision board at the top. Those things deserve priority. The other stuff, the fun stuff, yeah, you can put them down. But do those after you've done your prioritizing. Because distractions take us away from our goal. Now, the goal is to visualize, know that it's there, and then take the steps and watch it unfold. That's the goal. But you've got to make some of these things a priority. Don't stress about it, but just, one or two things you'd like to see be different. And time management is one of them. Somebody is been bugging you about that. So pay attention to that. Seems to me that there is more than one person involved in this goal. And then the third card is let go, release. So we've got the visions. We've written them down. We've created the vision board. Some people call them focus wheels. I think that vision boards play a huge role in helping us to focus. Because we wouldn't take the time to create a vision board that we're just going to toss to the side and not take a look at. I mean, some people might think it's just for fun, but it's to be taken seriously. And a focus wheel is very similar. You put your main goal in the center, and then the spokes on the outside in those little pie pieces, you write your vision. Okay? But the key to this is prioritizing, but also letting go. Like, try not to force it, because forcing it just makes it become heavy. So once you've made a decision to prioritize this, whatever this goal is, start working on it, but let go of the angst of it. Have fun with it. If you don't have fun with it, then the vision isn't going to transpire. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be a trial. It's not supposed to be misery. If it's your goal, make it fun. That will get you there faster. If you guys want that log home, then make whatever it is that you're prioritizing fun. When you talk about it, make it fun. Oh, yeah. No, I don't want a paved driveway. I want my driveway to look like it's, going into this little, this log home in the woods with the running brook and a little bridge over the brook so we could get to the other side. And I don't want a tarred driveway. I want it to look like a path to get to the house. Make it fun. Talk about it. It will inspire you. It will be fun. And you will get to that destination. But if you're going, I really want to log home. I got it on my vision board. It's never going to happen. I mean, I've been thinking about this forever. I just think I'm just going to forget about it. Make it fun. If this is something you really want, it will float around up there, and then let all the other stuff go. You will see how fast some of this comes to fruition. So you're kind of releasing the desire to control. You're releasing the desire to control the situation. And you're leaving it up to God here. You're letting go and you're letting God. And you're knowing that it's all going to work out for the best. It's all going to work out exactly the way it should while you're having fun with it. So, pile number 3, that is your reading for today. Blessings to you. Now, something interesting happened. When I shuffled the cards and flipped them face down near the table and then came over here to do the video, I happened to notice when I was arranging everything that another card had fallen on the floor. So this is a bonus card, and it's going to be for each one of you. I'm going to try to apply this card to pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And this card says productivity. It's interesting because in each one of the piles, there was a little bit of productivity involved, right? We have pile number 1. We've got, the productivity of a dietary change, and then moving into a new career, a new job, a new business venture, maybe self-employment, and then the productivity of the love life and what's going to happen with that. In pile number 2, we have the surface card and the productivity involved in, stretching out, moving out of the comfort zone, and the productivity of changing perspective or gaining a new perspective. It all has to do with productivity. Even the pile number 3, the vision board and the time management and the productivity of letting go and letting God. Interesting card here because we have some sacred geometry going on. And when you think about sacred geometry, it's in particles, it's in atoms, it's in particles that float around that we can't see. It's in plants, it's in the trees, sacred geometry is what created life. Cutting open an apple. It's what created life. And without life, there is no productivity. So pile number 1 and pile number 2 and pile number 3. If you are looking for some productivity in your life, respect the life you have been given. Be thankful and be grateful. Nothing is ever too small, and nothing is ever too big. It's all part of the plan. For you in particular. All of you. So, try not to force the productivity, try not to control it, but rather allow it. Okay, my friends? That is the reading for today. I wish you well. Think about it too. We're at the beginning of the busiest time of year between Thanksgiving and New Year's. So, however you spend your holiday, I wish you well. I will be doing more readings right up until Christmas, Hanukkah, whichever holiday you celebrate. I want to include everybody. So please come back and visit me. Be well, be blessed. Until next time, I love you. Bye-bye.